Hey YouTube, what's going on? Got a really awesome video planned today on the hardtail again. Wrist's feeling really good. We're about 10 days out of the cast, got way more flexion, extension and stuff through it. It's feeling really loose and nice, but it is still a little bit weak. So we're at the Gore Bmx track today. And so the Gore Bmx track is pretty basic and it doesn't get maintained heats, but it's pretty cool for the size of our town. It's a little bit wet and slow today, but we're gonna be riding the hardtail on it today, working on some skills, just trying to further get that bike control back. Just doing heaps of pumping to get this wrist nice and strong. So what we're gonna do to start, I've got the chest mount to my bag, gonna chuck the chest mount on with the max lens, go for a lap, show you the Gore Bmx track, and I might start sessioning a few features and playing around. All right guys, got the chest mount on with the max lens to the Gore Bmx track. Starts off this big flat pedal. The first jump's the biggest jump of the track. Phew. This weird triple. Oh, a bit bloody. Do like a flat pedally berm. So it's pedaling this track for good fitness. Rhythm section. Bloody. Woo! Can clear this. Phew. The flat pedally berm. This one heaps of gravel. Another big extension jump. Roller. Do a weird triple. Phew. Another flatter firm. Little bit of left rhythm section. Real steep rollers. Yeah, yo. And for another lap, try and get a bit more steez on. Flat pedal. Woo. Manual that triple. Around this berm. Oh! Little lip around this berm. Turn to the crawl, pumping. 2 manis into the rhythm. Hey guys, I'm going to show you this little table, this wee hip table track for the first jump. Hip, tight, yo-yo. Through here. Phew! That's it. On a fakie. Ha ha! Look at this. A Bubacata fakie, clean. Still on the top of the berm. Fakie. Ah! Nearly in the puddle. Ah! Okay. Bubacat. Fakie. Yo. Heck yeah. Awesome guys, this wee hit from here over the side of the tabletop is super fun. And now you may be wondering what's going on with the screen. So I've actually got the max lens on still. I've got the max video mode turned on, which creates this cool fisheye effect. Which is a really cool sort of like the kind of effect you see in street skate videos or like BMX street videos. So what I was thinking I'd do, I'm gonna chuck the GoPro down here somewhere and get a non-point of view with this cool fisheye effect. Sweet guys, I'm really stoked on those fisheye clips on this hip. Like, it's definitely a different perspective, and it's pretty cool that that wasn't intended purpose by GoPro, but it's something you can actually do. And I was actually really stoked to get the 180 fake across here and half cab in. And believe it or not, the first one I did, where I just did like 180 then regular half cab out, that was actually my opposite 180. And the one where I went 180 to the left then ending give her half cab out, that was actually my regular. And for whatever reason, when I learned regular 180s, I learned to turn around and half cab out the wrong way. So to make them look tidy, I got to do oppo. I just want to do a quick shout out as well. First time back in the Wensley's top in months, and this thing feels great. It's always a good day when I wear one of these. I actually want to say, I don't know if I've said in the video before, but you guys, if you want one of these, you can actually buy them at Wensley Cycles, and you don't even have to live in Invercargill or Southland. I'll put a link in the description to the online store where you can order one of these. Highly recommend these tops, super breathable, they look cool and they stand out in photos. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the other section of the track, and we're going to go for just a couple wee jibs, different bits and pieces, do some manual stuff and mess around there. So I'll see you there. Moved over to the third straight of the BMX track where I want to work on a skill I'm not super good at, and that being manuals. And so in videos you guys would have seen me, I'm pretty decent doing manuals along the flat. Like I can do manuals at the skate park, like out of one thing into another, but I'm not very good at doing turns when I do manuals. And beyond doing like a double manual across 2 rollers, I'm really bad at doing stuff like manualing down whole straights or manualing through sequences of pumps. And because I've got this sort of like 5-6 week period before I can really ride properly and start doing like, pardon me, all my big like 360 combos, flips and regular riding I do, I want to work on my manuals, and so what I want to do is try and start manualing on this tabletop, manual from the tabletop over this roller here, and then manual along the flat, and then up onto this triple, go into another way at Bubaka stall, and then go around half cab to faking. If I can get that, I might see if I can manual this whole straight from the tabletop through here and down to there. So this is going to be a many try type thing. But I've got my phone set up on the tripod just over there, because the GoPro with the sort of fisheye effect, we won't be able to really see the whole thing. So I'll have the phone set up and we'll have it go so you sort of see it from this angle and then that angle, so you can have it linked up, which also means you have to do it more than once. It means I get more practice. So let's jump into this manual. And actually, to show you guys the time, to show you sort of a realistic expectation of how talented I am at manuals. And it's now 12:21. Let's see how long it takes to get this thing done. Alright, so that first manual up, stall, fakie, back in, only took 8 tries, about 5 minutes. So it's 12:33 now, but unfortunately I've been messing with my pedal for the last few minutes here. And somehow, I don't know if you guys can see that try there, my pedal has slipped out of place. Like, it wasn't loose at all before, and now all of a sudden it's wedged in there. And it's just ruining the threads on the crank. So I'm going to try and get this off and get it back in without cross-threading it, but I'm not super confident I can fix this. And it's a bit of a bummer because right now with the whole like COVID thing, it's almost impossible to get some parts, and I've been waiting for a set of cranks for this bike for already like 3 months. They still haven't arrived, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Stay positive, so I'll tune back in a minute if we get this thing fixed. Okay, I've managed to get the pedal off, and the thread on the pedal is actually okay, but unfortunately, well, look in the crank here, we'll focus up. The thread in here is just all ripped out. It's all over the show. Super gutted, don't even know how it happened. Like, I was positive my pedals were tight. I always give them a wee check, but I don't know, somehow they must have rattled loose while riding on the track. Maybe like I cased that jump once, could have been then, don't know. And then it just managed to wedge the pedal up like that. So in all honesty, just a stupid rookie mistake for me, but you know, you live and you learn. I've actually done this 2 other times before in the sort of 15 years I've been riding. It's just so annoying when it happens, but you know, it happens to the best of us. Can only, you know, stay positive. That's what I'll try and do, is see if by some miracle I can get the pedal back in and get rolling. If not, that'll probably be it for riding on this bike for now, but we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, I actually got the pedal back in, which I was really surprised about, but if you look at that and we look in here, like, the thread is absolutely stuffed. There's a little bit in there, but the crank is stuffed. I'm gonna need a new crank. And yeah, a bit gutted about that, but oh, it is what it is, and it's probably a good thing I can't ride this bike for potentially a couple more weeks, just so I don't push it too much with the wrists. But that's all going to be the end of the video. What I'm going to do is, even though the crank stuff, I'm going to go for a couple more laps around, just pumping to work on the wrist and just sort of work on the fitness a bit as well and keep the fitness up. Just going to cruise around real nice and slow with my foot kind of like hugging the crank a bit. Sweet, felt good to get a couple more laps and just pumping and cruising for the wrist and working on the fitness. And you would have just seen I've stacked up heaps of gravel here because I've decided, you know, I'm not gonna let this pedal beat me because I can actually ride one-footed. I'm gonna go through here and go in super slow-mo at 120 frames per second, then we might try 240 and just rip this gravel apart with a nice like berm slash. We're gonna get into that now in slow motion. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. There's nothing better than doing a good skid on your bike. Sweet everyone, I really hope you enjoyed those couple of slow-mo berm slaps and skids. You know, they're one of the funnest things to do on a bike, even like after 15 years of riding. There's nothing better than getting some loose dirt and just ripping the bike around. That's what gets everyone to riding when they first start, you know, those first little skids and jumps, and it's so much fun. And it's pretty cool that, you know, we're able to do them on the bike even now that this crank is completely stuffed and the pedals come out now. So what I'll be doing is I'll be sending this thing back into Wensley's to Rob and the team. Unreal team of guys there. They'll just do their best to get this thing fixed and do everything they can to get me some cranks, get me back rolling. But what is cool about not having this bike me able to ride is try to get some enduro riding in, and by, like, you know, next week when I film the next video, my wrist should be feeling even better and I can probably get into going up into the hills and stuff and riding a few trails. That'll be super fun, so look forward to that. But in any case, guys, that is gonna be the end of this week's video. A bit of a shorter one this week, but stoked to get that one little manual in here and sort of get some air miles on the bike again. I will definitely be back to get this manual line again and to work on. I'd eventually like to be able to manual that straight and this whole straight as well. So that's something we want to be able to do by the end of this summer. But yeah, there's the end of the video, guys. So be sure to give the video a like. It helps me out heaps. Videos haven't been getting as many likes lately, so I'd really appreciate if you guys get like at least 20 on this one. But all good if not. Leave some comments about what you thought of the video. Share the video around with some mates and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll see you in the next one, team. Cheers for watching.